Just a quick note, there are a few video glitch errors in this video. I apologize for that. It's a recording software error. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, just thought I'd let you know. I hope you still enjoy the video.
And we'll fly, we'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to reacting to more old videos. I've already done three videos. They're not even on YouTube yet as I'm recording this. I have a habit now of recording a lot of things in advance, in bulk. I think it's a good thing in a way though, because I have like things to upload for future weeks. So I guess that's a good thing, to be fair. I have some burner videos to just put on. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I thought I'd do more. I'm doing pro clubs now, but I plan to do like 4 more after this. So stay tuned for more old video reactions. But anyway, yeah, this was a series. This was my second big series on my channel. My channel used to be like mostly just FIFA. There's Rocket League on the side as well, to be fair, but it was mainly just FIFA. Basically, someone came up with the idea of football Twitter career modes. Now, you've probably heard of it because I do that every single year. I do Twitter career mode. I changed the name. FIFA 16 was the first one. It's basically when I create loads of players. But basically, I get people on Twitter, they take part, and I create players for them. They choose their own stats, and I create players for them. And the first one I did, FIFA 16, that was very well liked. It was high viewed. It got a lot of likes. It was doing really well, and it was only like 6 episodes as well. But while it was popular, it was awesome, and people loved it. And I got like 16 people to take part. I did it again FIFA 17, 18, and 19, and I'm going to do it again in FIFA 20. It's an awesome career mode style thing to do. But anyway, that is not connected to this. This is Pro Clubs, different game modes. The reason why it links together is because from the very first Twitter career mode series, one of the members, after the series was done, after the series was finished, we won the Champions League. One of the members who was watching, he said, "Let's make a Pro Clubs team," and I was like, yeah, that would be a good YouTube series. Let's do a Pro Clubs team. So that's what we did, and we got 11. Well, I tweeted it out. I tweeted out a tweet, and it's just amazing. Like, I don't know how I did it, but I managed to bring like a whole group of people together, which is pretty awesome. But we had like the other guy who suggested it. He was obviously, it was his idea. He invited someone, so there was 2 people there, and I sent out a tweet because I was the third person as well. So we needed 8 more people. And we got 8 people. We got 11. We got a full 11. To be fair though, the full 11 never played. The maximum we got was 10, and that was on day 1 of recording. So that failed a little bit. But yeah, half the team left eventually. Some people joined late and then left, and one person joined in about 3 months. Joined 3 months late and stayed till the end. And out of the OG team, the OG 11. 6 of us stayed from beginning to end of the series, and this series lasted a long time. It started at the end of December, and it ended in the summer of 2017. No, in the summer of 2016, I think. That's when FIFA 16 was. Yeah, it lasted a lot of months. 105 episodes. We also played GTA together and other games as well, so that was awesome. It could have been Rocket League as well, but you know, even though like 5 people had it, a couple people were like, no, we're not buying it. But anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, I'm proud of this series. This was an awesome series. It was really fun. It wasn't really high viewed. Like the first 20 episodes got some decent numbers. After that, the views were just really bad. Like there was like a few videos that got like 3 views, and 2 of them were me. So yeah, it was very low viewed, but I've never been about the views. Like I've always done it for fun, and I still do it for fun. I still want to make a career out of it eventually, but I do it for fun. It's not all about the views for me, and I just really enjoyed this series. And yeah, it brings back some great memories. There's actually 105 episodes, but it says 104 here because one got deleted accidentally. I don't know which one it is. Can't be asked to find it. It's somewhere around there. But yeah, 105 episodes of madness. So I'm going to react to some videos. Now, obviously, this is 105 episodes. I'm not just going to go through and find everything. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this video funnier. Because there were some big moments, like we got to Division 2, which was awesome. And we won the cup twice, I think. No, yeah, twice. I wasn't there the second time, but the first time I was there. And yeah, it was fun. So I'm also like, I went through the whole series at one point, and I made best moments out of it. Best and worst moments. It was 13 parts. It took so long to go through all the episodes, but yeah, I'm gonna react to some things from here. These are some funny little shorts. Go check it out if you want. This playlist, best and worst moments. A lot of short videos here. They're really funny. Trust me, I might watch a few in this video. But what I'm going to do is not going to react to any of those or shorts or these 13 parts. I'm going to react to this because from these 13 parts, I took out the funny bits and made 2 videos out of it. So that's what we're reacting to. So yeah, without further ado, let's do this.
Sweaty goals. Yes.
How'd you miss that? just how'd you miss that? Unbelievable.
It's a good one.
Oh, this one, I remember this. The scrappy goal. Look at that. That hit me. Then I turned. Hit the damn post. Just look at this. Just look at this. Just what on earth? That is the jammiest goal we've probably ever scored in that whole series. That was ridiculous. So I used to be called the red card king because I used to get a lot of red cards.
Yes, lads.
And here's another one.
Yes.
I saved my team though because they were through on goal. So technically won us the game.
Wow. If there were a competition on gay PSN names, that would come first.
There's another one.
Go. What? Hey! Ref!
I mean, it's a goal, and the ref gave half time before he shot.
Nah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Wow. Yes, lads.
Another red card.
Oh,
There we go. There's another one. I did not press anything there. I did not press anything there, I swear.
No.
I stand by that. I stand by
I didn't
that.
even touch anything.
I stand by that one to this
I
day.
pressed nothing.
They all think I meant it because I kept getting red cards. I never meant that tackle. I meant that. That's for sure. That was a yellow, I think.
No.
There's another one incoming. There we go. Not bad. I got a lot of those back in the day. That wasn't me, was it? No, that wasn't me. By the way, the one who came up with the idea for this series, he's one of the people that left. So he never stayed. So the people you hear on the mic, they're usually the ones that stayed. Mostly anyway, not all of them. But yeah, the one that came up with the idea for the series actually left the club because he kept getting blamed for us losing. So yeah, that's a bit awkward. Apologies for that, by the way, if you're watching. I don't think he is anyway. But it was a bit harsh. It's just that it was making some errors, and everyone just blamed him for our losses. It was a bit funny at the time, to be fair. It's not in this though. It's not in this. But you saw something called blame shifts. Yeah, that's what it was. A meme. We made it a meme. We blamed someone, and his PSN name was Shifts, and yeah, it was his idea as well for the series. So we were very harsh on him. That's what I'm gonna say. What was that goalkeeper? Just what was that goalkeeper? Just look at the atrocity of this goalkeeper when it comes up.
No way.
I don't do this. You got a sister? No. Have you got a mum?
Have you got a mum?
No, he was just born out of his dad, Casey.
That is Casey, right? He did not stay. He came in. I think he was either in the OG team or he joined late. Either way, he left eventually. But he was funny. I wish he stayed because he's a funny guy.
Not at all.
There's another red.
Jellyfish shot bottom.
I got stressed on this. I was angry on this. I don't even know why. That face.
That was man bad.
Man pat. Unbelievable.
Guys, I look like Black Voldemort.
So get ready for some Salty David. This is where Salty David was born. I have a little mini series called Salty David. It's very sporadic with how I upload it, but I upload it sometimes, to be fair. It's only got like 9 episodes. I'll react to that. I'll react to Salty David episodes. Not episodes, but I'll react to some Salty David stuff in future. But this is where the birth of Salty David came from. So yeah, let's go.
Left, right, middle.
I don't know why I was so like infuriated.
Jack, shoot, 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 shoot! You cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
He wants the assist so bad.
Oh fuck.
Oh wow, Jack, what is that?
What is that?
Jack's obsessed with assists.
He is, yeah. He was. Unbelievable.
Oh, you cabbage. Cabbage licker.
Cabbage licker. Did I say cabbage licker? I could rewind that. Calm down, David. I love that. Oh, having a go at me. I love that.
Between the two of them, try and get the
Got
ball.
him in my back pocket.
Tackle him, you elephant.
You elephants. Tackle him, you elephant.
Wow! You're out of you chicken nugget. You're out of
Chicken
you're out
nugget.
of any next game.
Dead. It's better than
Can you stop dancing in the goal?
I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this moment. Can you stop dancing in the goal?
Look at this. Dude, Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Stop sliding! Okay. What is this?
We could have tried to win the game. I'm just saying.
It was
They were too busy sliding in. Look at this.
What was that for? The was woodpecker in the party.
Unbelievable.
Kim's doing Gangnam Style in the goal. Obviously going to score.
Could have saved that as well.
Doing the flipping Macarena.
Macarena.
You cucumber muncher.
Cucumber munch. What are these insults? The thing about that was, I used to think of insults with random words in it. Just random non-offensive words put together to make an insult and to make it funny. I used to just make random insults up, and I thought of like cabbage and elephant and whatever. But I guess it worked. I mean, it made people laugh, so that's great. Let's react to part 2 of this.
Get in the middle, you Dan! Dan!
That's how you start a part. That was a funny Dan! Dan! I said it again as well.
Dan! Square it! Square it! Go! Yes, lad.
Square it! Square it! They score.
Every goal David said do the opposite, and he's just got him.
Yep, every goal I said do something, they did the opposite and they scored.
What are you doing? It's 0-0! Yeah! Yeah! Pass it!
Literally, he was firing a shot at our own goal and he missed. And you know what? We won the cup. This was in the first round of the cup. Alright? And he was doing this. We won the whole thing. That's the funny thing. That's what makes it even ridiculous. Because there were in the first round, there were people trying to cost us the game just to piss me off. But we ended up winning the cup. Like, how did this team win the cup? It was unbelievable. I mean, we got Division 2 as well. It was unreal. Then someone else joined, and we dropped down to Division 7.
Yeah, he's not quiet anymore. Wow, that's too far. I hope you don't have a cold side of the pillow tonight. Yeah, I went there. Wet side of the pillow.
Wet side of the pillow.
I don't know what sort of pillows you have, Jack, but
He has a wet.
Wet side of the
Only
pillow.
Jack. Only Jack.
He apparently had a wet side of the pillow, and I don't know what that means, but it was a very random thing to hear, and it was really funny at the time. So yeah, that's what this joke is. Like, there was an argument between two people, and the guy said, "I hope you don't get the cold side of the pillow." Then another guy says, "Wet side of the pillow," and we're just like, "What?"
Giving the ball away now. To try and hit it now.
Jack obviously doesn't need tissues.
He doesn't need tissue. Oh my days.
Yeah, I go to work with a pillow stuck in my
Very
face.
straightforward save for the
He
goalkeeper.
shags his
Weird.
pillows.
Goes out wide again.
Jack, I didn't mean tissues with blowing me nose.
Decision for the referee. Is he going to show him a second yellow card?
No wonder your hair was so white, Jesus.
How are they going to deal with this
Meant to
situation?
train Soggy
Defender has
Biscuit.
to go.
Soggy biscuit.
It looks like it's going to be
With yourself in your room.
Soggy pillow.
On your... So...
Soggy pillow.
They shouldn't really be in
Soggy
there.
pillow gates.
Here they are leading.
That was a great moment.
Gibson was our star attacking midfielder.
Oh, piss off.
Okay, but I didn't. It's just you're making like something like you.
That kid pisses me
You're a
off.
little bit brutal tonight, mate. What's wrong?
Pichu.
Well, this is always the great moment.
This
The
game
ball's on the
annoyed me
centre spot
a
and
lot.
ready to
Pichu go.
Piss off.
I said piss off, so I still say it a lot. To be fair, it's like a catchphrase of mine.
And he could get away here.
What are you doing from there?
What are you doing from there? You see, there are not many things in real life that annoy me, but when I play games, there's a lot of things that annoy me. Whether it's FIFA or GTA, there's a lot of things that just really annoy me, to get on my nerves. It's I don't know why. Like, I don't get annoyed about serious situations, but when it's a game, oh my days, I'm going mad. But yeah.
Some potential in this move.
To be fair, when I was on PS2 and PS3, I broke controllers and I broke some games as well. So, to be fair, PS4 I've not broken anything. So, you know what? That's progress, but I still get stressed by games. That was an own goal.
Positivity.
And look at this, I passed it.
Sorry, I didn't mean
They were offsides,
I didn't mean that.
and I passed it.
I didn't mean
the worst.
I didn't mean to be fair, yeah, I agree, but look at this. Look at this.
I was trying to fake it.
You're so...
So I scored an own goal. Like, I remember, I mentioned earlier that we were in Division 2. Then someone joined and we dropped to Division 7. So we got relegated. And in Division 6, the last game, we needed 3 points. I scored an own goal to make it 1-0 to them. Then I did that. So I cost us the game and we got relegated again to Division 7. We broke the game. We broke the game in this.
broken what?
The game actually broke.
The game.
Like, legit. The clock was still going
It's going so far.
and it broke.
Oh, yeah.
This scene, I got tackled by a teammate and we got a penalty for it. And yeah, let's just, you can see the rest.
That was an opportunity.
Kieran!
Was that a pen? Kieran tackled it.
Sign of a card.
I think I won it, actually.
I won it. Well, piss off. I won it.
look.
I won it.
I
look,
did.
I won it. I won it. I
Foul.
fell over.
I won it.
I fell over. I won it.
I'm pretty sure
I
Kieran
won it.
won it. You fell over Kieran. You fell
I
over
won
Kieran.
it. Oh, piss off.
Usually the one that gets tackled
What are you doing?
wins the penalty. The
I
one that
wanted
gets
it.
fouled. And he gives it to the keeper and they
And
miss.
he missed! He missed! What the fuck?
Foul, free kick.
Piss off.
Why do you keep saying it?
I don't know. Piss off.
What am I? Oh, there's an advert.
Finger my cat.
Last
Okay.
game where they were beaten.
Iconic moments.
Their four important players didn't perform on the day, so they'll need to turn that around here if they're going to get the result they're after.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Okay there.
Oh my days.
Jackson.
Literally, we saw the team name finger my cats, and we were both very immature, and we laughed at it for like 5 minutes. Like we laughed non-stop for ages, and it was really funny, to be fair. But yeah, it wasn't that funny. But the two of us just laughed and laughed and laughed. It just didn't stop. Eventually, we annoyed the other two as well. So yeah.
Okay then.
I was having mini egg. Shut up.
The ball is his. He's protected it.
Thanks, Aaron.
Love it.
What?
What is that?
No,
miss?
stop doing that because then that puts me behind the ball. Why would you do this to me?
She gets more men.
Damn it, you nonce!
Very good.
Wow.
That is what
Still.
people around the ball is shit to them.
Situation.
You have James Milner as your best player. Liquid did no.
No. Sorry, that's a
Your
bad
captain
impression.
Jordan Henderson. He wouldn't even. Flamini's better than him. Flamini.
Basically, if you don't get all of this, there's another guy talking and you can't really hear him because his mic is quiet. Basically, this was after the League Cup final in 2016, I'm pretty sure. Liverpool lost to Man City, and this other guy was a Liverpool fan. So we were just bantering him on this. It was on the same day as well, I'm pretty sure, or the day after, one of the two. And yeah, you couldn't really hear him there. That's why I'm saying it, because he was a bit annoyed, and the guy talking was just taking a piss. So out of Liverpool, so that's what we're laughing about here, basically.
What are you doing?
I blame Jack called for that.
Jack injured me.
He literally two-footed me there. Gave them the ball.
Jack fell on the other team.
Fouled me.
Jack! Oh my god!
Nearly a goal.
Piss off!
There's a second yellow. Well, he's on the way to the tunnel.
So this is like episode 100 actually, I think, around there. Basically, I was in the midfield too, and the other midfielder got sent off. So because of that, I got annoyed because I was on my own in DM.
Go on.
Why?
I was trying to two-foot you.
Wow. We lost the game because of that. Wow.
Losing 5-2.
We're 3 behind in the 19th
Yeah,
minute.
if you scored, we could have won for 6-3, 6-5. But
6-3.
Can't win 6-3. Conceded
Stop
5.
going for the ball.
Yeah, I annoyed him on purpose in this game. I annoyed the guy on
I
purpose.
hate you so much.
Yep, I mean, I didn't. Look at it.
I hate you so much. I hate you. No! For a bob. Of course he does, of course. What a dick, muncher.
This is the one that I launched it backwards. I launched it.
where are you, Kieran?
I'm coming. I hate this club. I hate this club with a passion.
Oh my
I
days.
hate you all.
He actually, to be fair, he'd actually left the club like a few weeks later. So this might be why, to be fair, because we were a terrible team. I don't know how we won the cup or got to Division 2, but we did it. And yeah, but yeah, that was. But this was me just annoying him on purpose, to be fair. So yeah, this was towards the end of the series.
I hate this club so much.
Alright, so those were the funny moments from the series. There's actually another skit video as well that I did, talking to other managers. Just a skit thing I did. I'm not going to react to it, but it's at the top of the playlist for best moments, best and worst moments for pro clubs. I might link in that below. It was a really funny skit, so go and check it out. Anyway, yeah, I really do miss having a big group like that to play with, but it doesn't exist anymore for a lot of reasons. Basically, we played a lot of FIFA, a lot of GTA as well, and some of us played Call of Duty, Black Ops 3. But yeah, the group just fell apart for many reasons. Should I say why, or should I just end the video? You know what? Let's just say why. Okay, we're gonna talk about 7 people. Okay, not the OG 11. All right, there are the OG team. Six of them stayed till the end. So 6 of this OG team was there from day 1 up until the very end. Up until the group was, well, not the very end, but the end of the series, and of course GTA and stuff like that. And there was a 7th person who joined 3 months late. So I sent out a tweet on December 28th, I think, December 28th, 2015. I think that was the exact date. And in March, another guy joined. So by March, 6 were left of the OG team. Sometimes people joined as well and joined and left, but there was a 7th guy. We're going to call him number 7. I'm not going to name anyone in this, okay? No names. I just think let's just not mention names. Number 7 joined in March and stayed till the end with us as well. And we had a group chat on Twitter. We talked a lot. Had a lot of beef as well. Beef was one of the reasons why the group's not together anymore, is because of beef. So just so you know, we argued a lot with each other. Like pretty much everyone had arguments with everyone. Not everyone actually, but most people. Like I had some sort of argument with like most of them actually, most of the other 6. I mean, I blocked one guy for calling me Dave. Like, I don't know why I was so offended by that. I'm not offended by that anymore. I still don't like it because my name's David. It's a 5-letter name. Why do you need to shorten a 5-letter name? That's my argument for it. Like, why does Dave need to exist? It used to annoy me so much. Like 2 years ago, I would block anyone who like called me Dave. So I blocked one of the guys for like 2 hours calling me Dave, which is extremely harsh. And I beeped another guy multiple times, and another guy multiple times, and another guy over nothing. So yeah, that's not why the group's not a group anymore though. Basically, right, there's 7 people. Keep number 7 in mind, because the beef between me and him was a big thing. So yeah. Anyway, 2 of the OGs just left. There's no bad feelings towards them. No harm done. No. What's the word I'm thinking about? I know some words. They left on good terms. They left on good terms. Basically, they wanted to go and do other stuff. They joined other pro clubs. They found other people to play with, which is all right. And they were both moving on in school as well. They were both like moving on to higher education. And on top of that, they both got girlfriends as well. They both got lives. So they both left on their own terms. On good terms, to be fair. I'm still cool with both of them. At least like I think so. But yeah, just two people just left basically, and there was 5 of us left. Anyway, there was a big argument between me and number 7, right? And to be fair, there was more than one big argument, because this guy was quite shady. He was quite shady. He did some weird shady things, and it would annoy me, and I'd call him out on it. And it wasn't just me. Like two or three other people would also call him out on this stuff, and he would always like play the victim card or whatever. And I'm not saying like we were definitely right. I'm just saying like he used to like twist it in his own way. And there was one other guy who always backed him, who always defended him. So there was like 3 of us, 3 or sometimes 4, but it was mainly like 3 of us calling him out for constant things, and another guy defending him basically is what it was, and another guy just on the sidelines just listening to the conversation, no, not reading the conversation. Yeah, there was a lot of beef between us, but eventually I had a one-on-one beef with him. Basically, he had a problem with something called Football Twitter, which is a community on Twitter. And the ironic thing is, he was part of a series called Football Twitter Career Mode, and Football Twitter Pro Clubs as well, which is what the series was. Basically, there's a lot of toxic people on Football Twitter. It's obvious. There's a lot of toxic people on there, a lot of over the top, just people who need to get lives and just get off the internet. And because of those individuals, this guy, he hated the entire community, even though there were some good people on there as well. There were some nice lads. Nice, that is a weird way to put it. There were some decent people. There were some decent sound people on Football Twitter. But there were also a lot of cunts, a lot of pricks. And because of that, this guy, he had a problem. Because of the pricks on this community, he had a problem with everyone in this community. Even though the pro club team that he was on and the group chat that he was in was built on Football Twitter. And it was built around it basically. Like I asked Football Twitter to join the team, and some of them did, even though half of them were not Football Twitter anyway. But still, you get the point. There were pricks and there were not pricks, but he hated everyone in this community, and eventually the chat was dying because people who talked before were not talking. By the way, the two people that left, one of those people was the one that spoke the most. Like he brought the most banter, most conversation. So when he left, it was going to take a hit on the team because like it was going to be a lot quieter, you know, which was fine. You know, quiet is fine too, loud or quiet, as long as you can have fun, which we still had fun without him. But he was the most vocal person, and it was great. He was a big addition, but then he left, obviously on good terms, obviously, as I said. But yeah, me and number 7 had this argument. Basically, I added, because the chat was dying, I added about 3 people from Football Twitter. These are not any pricks or anything like that. They were just sound guys that I knew, that I spoke to in other group chats before. Like I knew these people. I didn't just add some strangers. I knew these people, which is ironic because there was another guy in the chat who added like 50 people at a time, like once every week, just for no reason, just to like add a bit of spice to the chat. And to be fair, it was quite funny. But you know, whenever he did that, he never got called out on it. But when I added like 3 people, this number 7 guy, he got a bit angry because they were all on Football Twitter. So he didn't say anything to me. He just came in the chat and told them to all piss off. They were having a conversation about football, about something in the Premier League. They were having a normal conversation, a civil conversation, no arguments. And this number 7, he comes in, tells them all to F off. So at this moment, I'm playing Rocket League. And I see this message and my blood is boiling. Because not a lot of things in life piss me off. Games piss me off, even though it's meant to be fun. But not a lot of people actually like piss me off. You have to do quite a bit to actually like really infuriate me. And this guy really made my blood boil. Like my blood was boiling. This is a poor explanation. Explanation. I'm saying words wrong. I'm sorry. I'm talking too fast. I have a bad habit of talking too fast, even though I stutter. Like it's a bad combination, stuttering, talking too fast. But anyway, where was I? Where was I? This guy telling him to piss off, and he was one person that made my blood boil, and he was a friend as well. But he really annoyed me, and I called him out on some stuff before, and this time it was just all just coming out. So I said some real mean, out of line things. Okay, I'm not gonna act all innocent. I said some awful things. Okay, I said some awful personal things, but ultimately I said it. No, actually, wait. I meant what I said at the time. I can't remember what it was I said, but I mentioned things that he did in the past. Like when I mean the past, I mean like weeks before, or days before, or months before. Things he did recently during the pro club. There were some shady things he did. I basically aired it all out. I basically said all the things that he did in this group chat for the strangers, like 3 strangers in there. And he obviously took this to heart, and obviously like it was unnecessary of me to say these things. Like I shouldn't have said these things. But what it did do is it brought the truth out of him. It brought honesty out of him, because he started saying stuff to me about YouTube, because he had a problem with YouTube in general. With YouTubers, not YouTube. He doesn't like YouTube. He doesn't like the fact that it's not a real job or whatever. He didn't like the fact that I was doing it. He hated, like, I should have known this, because he said beforehand as jokes, like he was having little digs at my channel, like no one watches your videos, or no one does this or that. And I took it as a joke. Like he said these things before, and I was like, maybe he's just joking, it's just a bit of harsh humor. And I was like, yeah, just let it go. But then when we're having this argument, I was like, okay, so he meant it all this time, because, well, he's having to go at my YouTube. He's saying I'm sad for buying a camera for £500. Like, I don't understand, like, what's wrong with buying a camera for £500? Like, people spend $1,000 on phones now. And that's not a dig, by the way. If you want to spend $1,000 on an iPhone or a Samsung, then spend $1,000 on an iPhone or a Samsung. But I don't get why people, I don't get why this guy was calling me a sad person because I spent £500 on a camera. And it was because it was on YouTube. It was for YouTube. If it was just a camera for like random use, he probably wouldn't have said anything. But because it was for YouTube, he was like, you're a sad person because you spent £500 on a camera for YouTube. And to be fair, it's not actually paid off yet. The YouTube money has not paid off the camera, so yeah, I'm not doing things great so far, to be fair, but I'm enjoying myself. The point is, this was something I love. I love doing this. It's awesome. It's really fun, and it's one of the best things that's happened to me in my life. Really, I've not had a great life. Basically, after secondary school, if you're outside the UK, you probably don't know what secondary school is, but it's basically like after you're 16. Well, 16 is when you finish, but you have optional 2 years as well. So when you're 16 or 18, you leave school around this time. I was really down about myself. I was feeling really down. I was in the worst place of my life. Secondary school was the worst years of my life for many reasons, and I was feeling very down. And there were just a few things that put a smile on my face. Like, I gave myself reasons to get up in the morning to see the next day, and it's kind of sad, really, but and those things were football, Arsenal. I love watching Arsenal, even though we were terrible. I still enjoyed watching Arsenal. WWE, another thing. YouTube videos, KSI videos were great. They cheered me up so much. They did so much for me in the past. His gaming videos on his second channel, when he played random games, it was just so entertaining. His FIFA videos as well were great. So yeah, like stuff like old KSL on YouTube, Calyx as well, WWE and football. These were the main things that kept me going in life. But I was still feeling a bit down. So yeah, eventually, there were many days where I just didn't want to get out of bed. I just wanted to stay in bed all day. I just didn't want to go to school or college or university. I was just not motivated enough. I was just having a lot of days where I can't be bothered because I didn't know what I was doing in my life. I just didn't know. Like, I went to uni to do accounting, but I didn't. After about a year, I was like, I don't think I want this job anymore. Like, I wanted it genuinely when I went to uni, but after a year, I was like, I'm not sure this is the job for me, because the way I see life is, you're gonna live once on this earth. Once you're dead, you're dead. You could die tomorrow or in 50 years, but either way, you're guaranteed to die. So you might as well do stuff that you enjoy along the way. Even if you have to work a job that you don't want to work, if you can still enjoy parts of your life, then that's great. Like, that's the way I see life. Like, if you can't enjoy life, what's the point? That's a genuine question. And if I was going to work an accounting job, which, to be fair, actually interested me before I was like, yeah, I want to do this sort of stuff because it looks interesting to me. But then it just seemed like I just didn't want to do it anymore. Basically, I don't know. I just thought about the job and I thought, I'm not sure I want this anymore. So yeah, I was not in. It was in an awkward place because by this point I wasted 2 years at uni, and I changed my mind about career, and I don't know what career I want. So I wanted to try and find something fun. And when I started YouTube, I was starting uni, ironically. So yeah, YouTube in the first year was not that serious. Then it got more serious and I bought a camera. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing YouTube for many years. I really enjoyed doing YouTube. And because I was feeling a bit down, because I was feeling like I didn't want to get out of bed, I don't know what to do in my life, YouTube gave me a reason to get out of bed. YouTube gave me a reason to get out of bed and make some videos and actually sit down and actually work and actually be motivated to work literally hours upon hours upon hours just to produce 1 or 2 videos. I'm still driven like that now. I'm driven by making lots of videos, and even if it makes like 10 views, it still makes me happy because I'm glad that at least someone's watching it. So I'm just, because that's how much it means to me. It gave me a reason to get out of bed. So like, I'm not making much money of this. Like, I'm making next to nothing. Like, this doesn't even cover food. My YouTube earnings, it doesn't even cover food. It doesn't cover a lot. It doesn't cover that much. There's only 1 month where I made a little bit, but even then, it only covers like 1/3 of rent. So, you know, it was just like, I had 1 great month. Apart from that, I have made next to nothing. Maybe enough for food for a week, possibly. Every month, that's what I make. I'm not going to say exactly how much it is, but yeah, it's been lower recently as well, to be fair. because I've not been uploading AFL. Well, I don't do it for views anyway. But anyway, basically, yeah, YouTube was a reason for me to get out of bed in the morning. And this guy, number 7, was coming at me, insulting me, saying I'm sad for doing this stuff. And I took it to heart. I took it to heart. You see, if this came from a random viewer, I would not have taken it to heart, because I would have been like, okay, they're just a hater. But this guy was supposed to be a friend. That's why it hurt. That's why it really like cut deep. And then I said more shit to him that was not good. Like I said some bad stuff as well. I said things that he did, and he didn't take it well, obviously. So I can see it from his point of view. But the thing is, when he went out of this YouTube rant thing at me, I was thinking like, whoa, he's serious. Like I knew he was serious. That's why I took it to heart. Because it wasn't just a heat of the moment thing. It wasn't just an argumentative thing. He genuinely thought these things. I was sad for doing YouTube, for dedicating so much time. And then he made a lie about me. He said that I gave up friends to do this, which was not true. Basically, what I told him was, one day I was editing some videos and people called me. It was like 6 p.m. And people called me saying, you're gonna go to the pub at 6:30 in the evening. And I was like, no, I'm editing videos. That was it. One night. I gave up one night with my friends. My friends were cool with it. I went out with them another day, other days in the future. They had no problem with it. But I told this guy that I gave up one night. I gave up one night to edit videos. And he twisted this and said that I gave up entire friendships just to do YouTube. And that was just like, what? Where did that come from? Like he twisted what I said into a lie, and people believed him as well. And I was just like, what is this guy on? He's not just insulting me about just for doing YouTube, but also he's making lies about me about doing YouTube. And yeah, he had a problem with me doing YouTube and also spending money on YouTube as well. And the ironic thing was, he also watched YouTubers too. He also spent a lot of money, I'm sure, on equipment as well. And then he said another thing. He said, if you get big, I'll take it all back. So he means it because I'm a small YouTuber. Is that what he meant? Like if I ever get big, he'll take all of these insults back. Like, well, what does that even mean? Like, do I have to be big for him to like me? Like, what is that? I don't get what he was saying. So yeah, he said a lot more things than that, but those were the main points that he made, and I took it to heart. I blocked him, then I unblocked him, we added him back, and we had a civil conversation. No argument, a civil conversation. Now the problem was, when we had the beef originally, when we had that, not originally, but the beef I just talked about my YouTube stuff, everyone else in the group chat, not just the strangers, actually one of the strangers was backing me up, to be fair, ironically. He wasn't a stranger to me, like I knew the guy, he knew me, so he was backing me up. But the people in the pro club that were in the chats, apart from one, this was the one that always defends the other guy, apart from him, everyone else was laughing. Like literally they were just laughing away. And to be fair, if I saw some beef that didn't involve me, I'd laugh too, so I get why they're laughing. But they were all laughing, okay? So keep this in mind. Then we had this civil conversation, no one cared. No one cared. We just had this conversation, it was visible what we were saying, no one cared. Literally, no one cared what was going on. People were just telling us to shut up. People were like, both of you just shut up, let's play pro clubs. And then we just played pro clubs, right? And then I blocked the guy again because I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take the fact that he said those things in a previous argument. And in our civil conversation, the second time, he didn't take any of it back, because I wanted to see like if there was a chance that he didn't mean it. But I kind of knew he meant it, but I thought maybe there's a chance he doesn't mean these things. But from this civil conversation, I knew that he meant all these things. So yeah, I tried to reason. We both tried to like talk normally. We both talk normally. But yeah, then we couldn't come to like some sort of truce. He meant what he said, and no one else cared. They all said shut up, let's play pro clubs. So yeah, then that happened. Then I blocked him because, well, he wasn't saying sorry. Even I wasn't saying sorry, to be fair. But I was like, if he says those things to me and he meant it, especially considering YouTube has helped me get through hard times in life, considering I love it, considering it's given me a reason to actually get out of bed in the morning, I don't really get in the morning anymore, but it gives me reason to get out of bed and actually do something. Actually make something of myself. And the fact that he insulted it and then didn't go back on those words and would only go back if I got big, I just couldn't be friends with someone like that. So I blocked him again. And then 2 weeks later, the group chat is like, why have you blocked him? So when we were beefing, they were laughing. When we were having a conversation, they said, shut up. Including the guy that usually defends him, said, shut up. 2 weeks later, they care because he's not in the group anymore. And I was just like, why didn't you say something before then? Why are you just saying it now? And people didn't even know what the problem was. I'm like, we had 2 arguments in the group chat. You saw every message. How could you not know what the reasons were? I was just baffled. And one guy was like, it's because he doesn't support my YouTube channel. And that was just completely wrong. I was like, did you not listen to the beef? Like, you're one of the people that was laughing. Were you like too busy laughing with your eyes closed to like see what was going on? But the problem wasn't the fact that he wasn't supportive. The problem was that he was criticizing me for doing it. Calling me sad just for spending money and doing YouTube. It just didn't make any sense to me. And it was more reasons than that. And he was really two-faced as well, because in private conversations, he complimented my channel. He said, this is a nice video, I liked what you do with this is a nice idea. He complimented stuff as well in private chats. And in the group chat, he was being a prick to me in this argument. And to be fair, I was a prick as well. But this group chat, basically, they wanted the group back together. They wanted him back in the group, basically. So we had a little argument, me and the rest of the group, basically, apart from like 2 people who already left, as I mentioned already. 2 people left, they're not here anymore. And there's also some girls here as well. There's like 3 girls who we added, 4 girls actually, we added them on, and there's another guy as well who's added in as well. There was a bigger group at this point. Not for pro clubs though, just for group chats. And they voiced their opinions as well. One girl in particular, she saw it from my side as well. And that's the thing, like, apart from one girl, they never cared about the actual arguments. To be fair to the other guy, number 7, they didn't care about his side. They didn't care about his side, they didn't care about my side of the story. They just cared about getting the group back together. And this annoyed me, because that's all they cared about. They didn't give a crap about what we're arguing about, why I can't be friends with him, why I blocked him. They were just like, we gotta get the group back together. Like, they saw it as something petty, and it was a serious argument. We both said some really bad stuff to each other. Sorry, the camera stopped. Anyway, we said some really bad stuff to each other, and then, yeah, they didn't see his side, they didn't see my side. They were just like, yeah, whatever. They were just like, unblock him, we can get the group back together. Because that's all they cared about. They just wanted me to unblock him. That's it, just to add him on. And they didn't understand that I couldn't be friends with him. They could not understand that. I can't be friends with a guy who thinks that way towards me doing YouTube, especially considering what it's done for me in my life. So, you know, and because of that, I couldn't talk to him anymore. So, yeah, and then there were 4 left. There were 4 of us left. There were other people as well in the group who were added on, but there were 4 of us left in the team. And basically, I lost interest in pro clubs. We played FIFA 16 a bit more. Even started a new series actually with all 7 people. But in FIFA 17, we played pro clubs as a 4, and I didn't like it. I hated the gameplay, so I stopped playing. And we just played GTA from then on. They played clubs, I think, I'm pretty sure. I tried again FIFA 18, it just didn't work for me, I lost interest. So I just stopped playing clubs altogether because it just wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't because I was bad, because I was bad on 16, but I still enjoyed that at least, and 15 as well. But 17 and 18, the pro clubs I did not enjoy. Didn't even try 19's one either. So yeah, I just lost interest completely. And then let's rewind a little bit, okay? One of these 4 guys, well obviously one is me of course, there's 3 others. One of these guys starts to lose an interest in gaming in general. Like, he doesn't game as much anymore. He doesn't want to come on and play because all we play is GTA at this point, because I don't want to play FIFA. So all we play is GTA at the moment. And this guy basically got fed up of gaming in general. And I think one of the reasons was we always did the same heist over and over again. We did it about 15, 20 times. I'm not exaggerating there either. Like, we constantly did the same heist over and over again. And that was okay because there was money in it. we got free money. It was quite boring, to be fair, for the most part, but it was stressful as well. But at least we got some money out of it, some good GTA money. So I was like, yeah, whatever. But this fourth guy, he got bored of heists, and it's all we did. And he stopped playing GTA with us, and he stopped playing it in general. Like, he still plays games, but not as much anymore. So he also, on top of this, he had a false narrative that I hated him. Basically, I mentioned the girls earlier, that we added 4 girls into the chat. Basically, a person added 50 people into the chat randomly, and 4 of them stayed, all females. And they just got added. They just got added, and there was an inside joke that I look old, that I'm just an old man, because apparently, basically, when I was 17, someone thought I was 27, okay, from a photo. And I mentioned this to the group chat, then it became a meme because I look a bit older than I actually am. I'm in my 20s. I look like I'm in my 30s. But yeah, basically, these girls didn't know the joke. So this guy, he came in and made a joke about my age, right? About being old. And usually I'd laugh it off, but this time I thought the girls would believe him. So I told him to F off. And there's another time that I told him to F off because of a Pro Clubs arguments as well. And on top of that, when I was beefing with number 7, the number 7 guy, this was a different beef, not the YouTube beef, but a different beef before. When I was arguing with number 7 about something serious, this guy defended him, and I said, "You're pissing me off for defending him." So there's these 3 things, and because of these 3 things, he thought I hated him. One was a misunderstanding, because I just didn't want the girls to believe that I'm actually like some old man, because I'm not, and that was a bit stupid of me, to be fair. And the Pro Club thing is over positions. It was just over positions. Like, I was arguing with 3 other people as well. It was not just him. I don't know why I took that one seriously. And yeah, the other one as well. It was a misunderstanding. There were misunderstandings, and he thought I hated him. Like, the only time where he actually like really like annoyed me was when he defended the other guy, when he defended number 7. But even then I didn't hate him. He just annoyed me a little bit because of what he was, because he was defending him on basically, I don't know what I'm trying to say, okay? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the point is, he thought I hated him. And the worst thing was, half the chat believed him. Like, 3 people at least believed that I hated him, even though I blocked another guy for 2 hours for calling me Dave. I had an argument with another guy over positions on Pro Clubs, and you know, the 2 guys that left, on good terms. One of them I had some serious beef with twice, and this is the vocal one as well, over positions and another thing as well. I had an argument with him. I had 2 beefs with him, and I blocked the guy for 2 hours, as I said. But this guy, who's a separate guy, thought I hated him, even though I said more stuff to other people than I did to him, which just really baffled me. And half the chat believed him for some reason. I was just like, okay. I mean, I always thought he was a cool guy. Like, I always thought he was a cool guy, apart from the argument bit. But the fact that he thought I hated him, I was like, okay, I don't hate anyone, not even number 7. Like, I dislike people, for sure, but I definitely didn't hate him. I didn't dislike him either. But yeah, and another time as well, it was over positions. Like, basically, he missed about 4 open goals in a game. And the next day I said, I should play as a striker instead of him. And it annoyed him, because he thought it's because I hated him, when it's just because he was playing badly. And it was my club as well, so surely I should pick my own position. But yeah, well, whatever. He thought I hated him, and he lost interest in games. So there was just 3 of us left, no Pro Club. We were just playing GTA. So yeah, it turned into a dead group, to be honest, because there was just 3 of us, and no one else would play with us. So yeah, we did some heists, sometimes the same heist over and over again. And then I said, let's switch it up. So let's do races. And we did races. Then they started crashing into me constantly, which was, to be fair, that was quite funny for comedic value, and that was pretty funny. But that's all they were doing. They were not trying to win the race, which is kind of weird. And they eventually got bored of races, and they were like, it's the same thing. And I'm just like, you didn't have a problem with it when we're doing the same heist like 25 times in a row. But oh, 4 race playlists, suddenly it's the same thing over and over again. I'm like, okay, so why were we doing Humane Labs like 20 times? Like, why were we doing that high so many times? The exact same thing so many times. But your problem is with races because it's the same thing. Like, I never got that complaint. I never understood that complaint. I think it was because, like, we were playing transform races, which they didn't like, and because it was transform, they found it harder to crash into me, and because they couldn't crash into me, they started to get bored. And the excuse was it was the same thing. It was the same thing, even though we're doing the same heist, as I said so many times, and it just baffled me. Like, what is that logic? But whatever. And yeah, eventually we stopped playing GTA because we were just playing the same thing, the same heists, the same races, the same game. It just got boring. It just got boring, honestly. And I also another thing. One of these, there's 3 of us left. One of these 2 guys, I got the conversation here actually with someone else actually. Hold on. So this is about YouTube dislikes. Okay, YouTube dislikes. Basically, I found out, now dislikes don't affect me, by the way. When it's from like viewers, it doesn't affect me. But at one point, I was getting dislikes on every video. I was getting 1 dislike on every video very early, like the first few minutes. Sometimes I get a dislike without a view. Like sometimes I get no view and a dislike. The guy just got an advert, disliked and clicked off. And I knew that this guy was not watching my videos. So I thought that he was just like a hater. He was just disliking constantly. And I was thinking, like, even haters don't go to that length to go on every single upload when it's uploaded just to dislike. So I thought, someone has it in for me. Someone really doesn't like my channel. So I looked over YouTube, and this is from a conversation. I'm not going to put it on the screen, okay? But this is from a conversation I had with someone about the disliker, because I was trying to find out who it was, basically. And yeah, based on proof, the disliker was coming from Twitter. That I knew for a fact. And then there's a thing called YouTube Analytics, statistics. It gives you statistics for views and likes, etc. And it doesn't work as much anymore, but right now it tells you exactly, not right now, but back in 2017, it told you exactly where every like and dislike came from. And I noticed that every single one was from the UK. So that narrowed it down, because UK is my 3rd most watched country on my channel, which is weird because I live in the UK, but Australia's 1st, USA 2nd, then it's the UK. And yeah, and all the dislikes come from the UK, which was a minority of my fans, like maybe 100, 200 people from the UK at the time. And yeah, that was interesting. Then I was like, basically, I found out it was someone that followed me. It was someone that followed me because I DM'd it, because when I first discovered this disliker, I DM'd 3 people saying, look at this guy, he has it in for me. He has it in for me. And when I sent these 3 people the message about dislikes, I was like, someone has it in for me. I want to find out who this is. It was just a funny thing I was sending them, and they were like, one person was like, one person was laughing like, who is it? Who is it? What? I can't be asked to remember what they said, but I sent it to 3 people. I sent to 3 people screenshots of dislikes, and I thought, someone's doing this. Someone is constantly disliking my channel, and I want to know who it is, because I can just tell it's just one guy. And after I DM'd these 3 people, the dislikes were removed. They were just gone. That can't be coincidence. Like literally like seconds after, like 30 seconds after I sent the messages to 3 people, the dislikes were all gone. They were removed on like 3 or 4 videos. And I was just like, it's one of you 3, isn't it? It's one of my followers. So I narrowed it down to a specific person. This person commented on my videos. Every time he commented, there was a dislike on my channel. A dislike went up. 1 dislike up every time this person commented. So remove that. Another thing, this person actually liked my video and he commented down below, and when I pressed the heart to say I love the comment, they removed the like and disliked it. Okay, and I'm pretty sure it's all the same person, because it can't be coincidence that whenever they comment there's a dislike. That can't be coincidence. and the fact that I DM'd them as well, I could just tell it was them. It was like I figured it out. It was them. Oh, that's it. I thought I had more evidence. I definitely had more. It's just that it's from a Twitter conversation, and the other messages just haven't loaded, so I can't find it. But the point is, I narrowed it down to this one person, and this one person was one of the two people in the club that was left. One of the 2 people in the group that was left. It was one of them that was disliking my videos, and I was like, okay, why does he have it in for me? I thought, like, because I was closest to him out of the whole group, and I was like, why does this guy have it in for me? I was shocked a little bit. I was a little bit shocked, because I was like, wait, this guy disliking my videos constantly? To be fair, at one point he actually had a problem with me doing AFL. He had a problem with me doing AFL because basically he thought I was doing for views, and he thought I was being forced to do it. He thought these were videos I was forced to do because I was taking requests and answering those requests. But it was nothing like that. It was nothing like that. Basically, like, I do what I enjoy, and at the time of AFL, like, I was looking for a new sport anyway. I was looking for a new sport to get into. I was looking for a new sport, and AFL is what was recommended to me to react to. And through my reactions, I got into the sport, and because I got into the sport, I reacted to it a lot more. So it wasn't because I was forced to do it, it's because I was interested in doing this stuff. So yeah, this guy thought I was being forced to do it, and the worst thing about this was, like, he wanted me to stream FIFA or GTA. Anything else, he'd have a problem, right? Because I was getting fed up with GTA. Like, I didn't want to play with these guys because they're just so annoying to play with. But I said at one point, okay, that was a great stream, guys, I'm gonna stream again later. And this guy replied, like, stream GTA. And I'm just like, how do you know the others will play? Like, no one else will play. So, well, why do you want me to stream GTA? So I was gonna stream a Telltale game, and I streamed a Telltale game, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm pretty sure I streamed that. And the guy came on my, I don't know if it was him, but all I know is a viewer came on my video, disliked, then left straight away, and I can just tell, like, he told me we're gonna play GTA. No, he told me you should stream GTA. I said no. So it can't be coincidence that he had a problem with me playing a game. And another thing, which makes it even worse, is I was playing a Batman game, right? Batman is my favorite superhero, my favorite comic book character, my favorite character in general, in fiction, in all of fiction, ever. Any movie, any book, you name it, Batman is my favorite, okay? And I was playing a Batman game, because of course I would. Why wouldn't I play a Batman game? Especially a Telltale game as well, with a good story. And this guy, my disliker friend, he came on the stream and said, play something else. If it's not GTA or it's not FIFA, he has an issue. He said, play something else. And I'm just like, what? That's my reaction. I'm like, why? Why are you saying these things? Because I'm getting a bit too stressed. Because I'm playing a Batman game. This guy knows me. He knows I love Batman. Why would I quit playing a Batman game just for him? And before he was saying, you should not do videos that you're being forced to do. But he's trying to force me to play GTA or FIFA or nothing. If he doesn't get his way, basically, if he doesn't do what I want him, if I don't do what he wants to see, then he doesn't like it, basically. That's the type of person he was, and I was just like, okay, I mean, I'm gonna keep playing because it's Batman. Of course, I'm gonna keep playing a Batman game. It was ridiculous. It's like imagine if I was like going to an Arsenal game and I was streaming from the game, like periscoping, and a guy commented, "Watch another game." That's what it feel like. That's what it would feel like to me. No, that's a poor comparison actually. I'm trying to think of a good comparison. Let's say I was at an Arsenal game and the guy's like, watch another sports, then dislike the video. You know, it's something petty like that. It's just it was so weird. So yeah, the thing is though, I had an argument with number 7 before. There's a different person, obviously number 7, and because of that argument, I thought it's not worth it. It's just not worth arguing anymore. There's no point of arguing with people. It's just gonna cause my blood to boil, and there's just no point. So I just never brought it up. Even to this day, this person doesn't know that I have a problem with him. That he doesn't know that I found out about the dislikes. So yeah, that's what it is, I guess. But I don't talk to him anymore because I don't really want to. And yeah, there was one guy left who actually joined me recently in a Red Dead live stream, online live stream I did, and he joined my game. He wasn't on the mic, but he did join my game. I'm cool with him. He's the one guy that's left. I'm cool with him. We don't talk that much, but I'm cool with him. So yeah, 2 people left on good terms. Another person I'm cool with. He's alright. We don't talk much though. One person thought I hated him. The other person I had serious beef with, and the other person, and the last person was obviously disliking my videos constantly behind my back. So yeah, that's why the group's not together. All of these things that happened, a whole chain of events that happened, and to be fair, it would have died anyway, because as soon as the most vocal guy of the group left, it wasn't going to be that good anymore, to be fair. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, that's just, this video is going to be so long. Like, I haven't thought about this, but this video is going to be so long. I think I've overdone it, but you know what, I'll upload this because why not? Because why not air out the group chat's dirty laundry? Because who even cares anymore? It's 2019, new year, not a new me. To be honest, I still love YouTube and everything, but I might as well just get things out in the open. I've got a new group now. I have got a new group. There's 3 of us. They don't talk on the mic though. They don't talk on the mic. So, but we play a lot of GTA together. We play a lot of GTA races, mainly. And we play Rocket League a lot together as well. And we also got the Crew 2, which is a racing game, all 3 of us. We should play that soon. I might stream that. I'll probably stream with them. They don't talk, but I'll stream with them. It'll be quite fun, to be fair. So yeah, you might see some streams with them before you see this video actually, because I don't know when this is going up. But yeah, whatever. It's going to take a while to edit. I should have recorded other stuff before this because I was planning to record more stuff. But yeah, it is what it is. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and see ya.